What's up, everybody? You're back on the other side with Mike G, and today I'm bringing you the story of Manny Gamburyan. Um, he was on the Ultimate Fighter season five, went to the finals, fought multiple times in the WEC, fought many times in the UFC. His cousin, Carl Parisian, that's awesome, trained Ronda Rousey. Manny, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a fan of Gabe are you?
Negative, negative 100.
I had to start with that. You're the third guy from season five that I've talked to, so I feel like I'm getting to know everybody a little bit. Um, you were born in Armenia, is that right?
Yep. I was born in Armenia.
Okay. I read that you moved to the U.S. at 10. What was growing up in Armenia like? I've never known anyone from Armenia. Tell me what that was like and being a kid. What was family like there?
I was born there in 1981. I was born there, but I was mostly raised in LA in United States. I've been living in the States for 31 years. We moved from Armenia to United States at 1991, May. I was 10 years old. I pretty much remember a lot of stuff, but again, I didn't have my young life in Armenia, so I had my teenage life in the United States.
I'm sure it was much different.
I don't know because I was only born there and I was 10 years old and I had I mean,
Gotcha.
a little bit of childhood, but mostly I grew up here in LA.
Okay. I read that at one point as a teenager, I believe it was, maybe a preteen, you discovered a judo Jean LaBelle school. Um, what was it like once you started going there? Tell me how judo affected your life.
I started judo with Goko Chibichi in 1991. We got into the States on May 31st, 1991 of October. I started training with Gokor. So it's been 33 years. It's been in 3 decades, so a little more.
Was
I
it the kind of thing that you had to work at to fall in love with, or is it something that as soon as you discovered that was it?
I mean no, I mean growing up as a bad child, meaning uh I wasn't one of those kids that I was pretty bad in school. I was fighting. I was a
Hmm.
bad kid. I was one to fight people. Was it fair? I don't know. I mean, I wasn't. I was a bad kid. I was a troublemaker. So thank God my parents put me in the sport. Uh, and then I fell in love with judo. And then I won multiple nationals, internationals. Uh, I won like 10 national championships. I went
Wow.
to 2000 in Africa, representing United States. Judo has been my life for a long time until today. Judo has been my life. Judo is my main source, my main sauce, my character is judo. But again, I got introduced to fighting. I remember the first UFC at 1993 November. I remember I was 12 years old.
Hmm.
Oh, man, that looks so fun. That looks dope. Fighting in the cage. I hope I can do that one day. Long story short, I became a UFC fan. I became a fight fan. Before me fighting in the UFC, I'm a huge fight fan. I like all the fighters. I like all the uh that's let me take that back. I don't like all the fighters. I respect all the fighters.
Right.
They they walk into the octagon. It takes a lot. A lot of people don't know what we go through during the training camps. Those two months of
That's the worst part, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, Not when you're cutting weight. I'm sure it's fine. Like you get beat up one day, you win one day. But same time getting ready and same time trying to make weight. That takes away a lot from you, bro. Uh, I wish I never fought at 135, to be honest. But again, I did, so that took away a lot from me. Fighting
Sure.
it was a hell. Was never fun. Never was fun. Always
Yeah.
40. I was cutting weight, but it is what it is. I'm glad I
Right.
did it.
Um, in your early MMA career, you went 4-1 before eventually losing to Sean Shirk. How does that early MMA career transition into the Ultimate Fighter season 5?
Uh, to be honest, before entering, I was 8-1.
Okay,
I was I was because some of my fights not even on Sure Dog. To be honest, like
gotcha.
my fight was not even on Sure Dog either. My first MMA fight was in Tijuana because I was 16 years old. I was illegal to fight in the United States. Two fights under the age of 18, and then I did a couple of fights, and then it was never on Sure Dog. The cage combat fights were never on Sure Dog. I went there for 4-0. And then, yeah, I fought Sean Shirk. I lost to Sean Shirk. Uh, to be honest, I fought Sean Shirk because of Caro. I said, no one's going to beat my cousin twice. So I vacated the belt. I was 167 pounds champion at Shooto Challenge in St. Louis. Randy Greeman, great guy. He passed away. He got kidnapped, I heard.
Mm,
So, yeah, I fought Sean Shirk at, well, I was 18, 19 years old, something like that.
wow.
I moved up a weight class and fought him. It was 8 minutes, 15 minutes plus 3 minutes, 3 minutes overtime. Man, those were good times. And then after that, I fought King of the Cage. Uh, Before that, obviously, I fought Pat Benson. I fought Sam Morgan, and then I
Okay.
fought Jorge Santiago at King of the Cage.
Wow. Yeah,
Besides,
I remember Jorge.
yeah, the Black Brazilian.
Yeah.
He was the 205, I think, Dream Champion, something like that. I don't
Mm,
know.
yeah.
Tough. Again, I moved up 170 to fight that guy, so but I knocked him out in 21 seconds.
Hell yeah, man. Um, the process of going through getting into the Ultimate Fighter house, what is that like?
Man, that was kind of creepy. That was tripping. I got a call from Joe Silva, ex UFC matchmaker.
Hmm.
He said, Manny, well, we want you to fight uh UFC. I think it was 42 when Carl fought Thing. What's his name? Dave Strasser, the first one.
Hmm.
42. Was that UFC 42? Something like that. Yeah.
I think it was 42. Yeah.
To fight the same night, and then I got big cut on my eyebrow. I couldn't fight. And then they called me for the Ultimate Fighter. They gave me a chance again. They said
Hmm.
December 29th when Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz were gonna fight first time.
Hmm.
It was December of 2006, seven. No, I don't remember. I don't remember, to be honest.
Oh,
Whatever,
06 sounds about right.
something like that. And then he said, Manny, we're gonna do the first time. It's gonna be the season 5 of Ultimate Fighter. The coaches are gonna be BJ Penn and James Pulver. And we're doing one weight class only, not two. One, only 155. I said, bro, I don't think I can make 155. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can make 155. I've never made 155 in my life. He goes, think about it. It's very big, and Ultimate Fighter is getting big and huge, and it's getting a lot of, a lot of people are watching. I
Hmm.
said, he said, you don't want to do it, but you're still fighting December 29th. I said, that's cool. Hello?
There you are.
So, long story short, I talked to my parents, I talked to my mom, dad, brother, and they said, you should try it, Ultimate Fighter. I said, you know what? Hell of it. Let's do it. I'm
Hmm.
doing. So I got called and I went to the interview. I walked in. I remember his name, Kurt Peligian, part owner of Spike. He's a half Armenian. I walked in, he looked at me, he goes, "Huh, you don't think you're too small for these big 155ers?" I said, "Always remember, big things come in small packages." And it was very nice meeting you, and I left. I went out like, shit, I probably fucked up. I shouldn't say this. Whatever. So then they called me. He goes, "Manny, you gotta go to Vegas because we gotta do blood work." I said, "For what?" He goes, "For steroids, this, that." All right, that's cool. They flew me in. I got back, and they called me. He goes, "Manny, you're gonna come in January 20th and January 21st. You will enter the Ultimate Fighter house." I was like, "All right, cool, sounds good." So I flew in. The January 20th, they came and they picked up my phones, my everything. And then the 21st, I walked into the Ultimate Fighter house. 16 dudes, no, no phone, no contact, nothing. Beds, all the fighters there. I'm about to fight. This, that. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here, bro? I think I signed for something stupid.
The
So me and Nate, we became friends. On the third day, I was supposed to fight Noah Thomas,
mhm.
the veteran. And then something happened with Rob Emerson wrote something stupid on the wall, and then they make it fun, this and that. I'm like, I don't want to be here, bro. I'm gonna leave here, bro. Fuck this place. And then Corey Hill, the guy passed away.
Mhm.
Up to me, he goes, "You're not going anywhere. You're staying here. I've trained you for 3 4 days now. You have the most talent, and I really believe you're gonna win the whole thing. You're not going anywhere." And he looked at my face. He goes, "I'm a big brother to you. Don't go anywhere." And I looked at his face. I'm like, oh, I think I should stay then. Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Whatever. Make long story short, I fought Noah Thomas, and then a couple of weeks later, I fought Wyman, and
Mhm.
then a week later, I fought not even a week. 5 days later, I fought Joe Lazon. Then I made it
Yeah,
to
I
the
remember.
finals with Nate. But being in that house is a fucking hell.
Yeah, it
Hard,
seems very toxic.
hard, very super hard, bro. Super hard.
Yeah. If there's maybe I don't know if there's a story that you can share, maybe like something that happened behind the scenes that didn't make it onto cable, maybe something funny that happened or something crazy that happened. Is there anything like that you could share? I talked with oh a guy from another season, and he said something about people crushing up sleeping pills and sticking it in guys' ice cream. Anything crazy like that happened that you can share?
Now, definitely not. Our show was one of the. I still believe it's the best season ever.
I do
Season
too.
5. I'm not saying it because I was in it. Look at the talent that we had in our
Hmm.
group from 0 to 100. We were all good. They all had the chance. I got blessed. I got lucky to be part of that 16 dudes, and I even got blessed that I was in the finals. Representing Team Pulver versus Nate. Uh, Fighting Nate was always fun. I kind of knew I was gonna fight Nate. Just we used
Hmm.
to. I trained with him for 6 weeks, and we're always going head to head. I'm like, you know what? I think this is my only competition that I have here. They
Hmm.
all good, but they all think. Even Dana, he said he thinks I'm too small for these bigger guys. And I was willing to prove him wrong, and I proved him wrong. And he came up to me and goes, "I'm sorry, Manny, that I said that. You are a big talent." I said, "I appreciate it. You coming up to me. It was amazing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Being it, you know, like I said, I was blessed to be part of it. Any stories? No, no stories, bro. No, whatever you guys saw, it happened. We didn't
Gotcha.
hide. Yeah, whatever you guys saw, it's there.
Were the horse and the girls, was that staged?
What?
Wasn't there a horse that fell down on your season? There were some girls riding by on a horse, and the horse slipped.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Was that staged or was that legit? Did that actually happen for real? For real?
Everything, whatever you guys saw was legit. Nothing was made. Not they don't make anything, bro. People
Gotcha.
don't understand the world. They think Dana White, UFC, they don't do anything, bro. They don't get involved. Imagine being in that house, 16 dudes, no girl, no TV, no phones. You get crazy, bro. And seeing
Yeah,
you fight in a couple of days, you guys walk around in the kitchen, living room, everywhere. You guys mad dog each other. It gets to you, bro. Trust me, it's really hard. It's really hard.
I can't imagine. So you get to the finals and you're going up against Nate Diaz. Was it the second round that the injury occurred?
Bro.
Okay, if I remember right, the first round you were doing pretty well. Going into the second round, it looked like you were probably going to win, and then you experienced the injury. If you don't mind, tell us about the injury and how it changed your career in the short term.
Injury happened in 2005 New York Open judo versus
Okay.
the German number one judoka. He went for a throw. I tried to skip in the air and I landed on my shoulder and I popped it really bad and I couldn't
Hmm.
continue from there. It was New York Open. It was a big judo tournament. So after that, I recovered. I this. Even me going to the Ultimate Fighter, I had that surgery. Even after those fights, me posing, me and Nate. If you guys realize, you guys go check on. It's on Google. I'm sure the pictures are everywhere. When I'm
Hmm.
Nate, I had a big ice pack on my right shoulder, so I was never 100%. I was always hurt. I was always even with Joe Lozan at the semis, third round. I was really badly hurt.
Hmm.
I, I should have never fought Nate. I should have get the surgery done and then fought Nate. But me being stubborn, competitor, I just wanted to get as I'm like, I can beat everyone here. I don't care. I can beat everyone here, which is wrong. Until today, I suffer. I still haven't took any drugs, steroids, or surgery.
Wow.
I'm an old school guy. I don't believe in that stuff. I don't like it.
Now, after the Ultimate Fighter, that's when you transitioned down to featherweight and moved over to the WEC. Is that correct?
No, I fought at 55 after that. After
Okay.
Nate, Gore, and then Jeff Cox, and then Tiago Tavares, and then Emerson, and then I fought after after all that. I fought, and then I feel like I'm too small for the 55ers. I'm short. I'm small, and then
Hmm.
Joe Silva said, "Manny, we're not cutting you." W. Nobody even knew that WEC was part of UFC.
Yeah.
He goes, can you make 145? I'm like, are you guys crazy? There's no way I can make 145. But here again, say never. I made 45. I fought John Frenchie, and then Frenchie, they gave me Leonard Garcia.
Hmm.
And Leonard Garcia, I fought Mike Brown.
Hmm.
After Mike Brown, I fought Jose Aldo. And then I fought Diego Nunes. I
Hmm.
fought Griffin, Dennis Seaver, Omigawa, Miller, Lenz. I mean, the list goes on, man. Just goes
Yeah.
on. A couple of names. And after that, Mike Dolce came up to me after the Lenz fight. He said, I can help you make 135. I swear to God, in the octagon, I'm like, is this guy normal? How am I going to make 135? I, I never thought I could make 55. I never thought I could make 45. He wants me to make 135. I said, you know what? I'll take it. Let's do it. There you go. The man, the
Yeah.
legend. He made me
Yeah.
one.
I,
I let us
I
success.
remember hearing a lot about Dolce.
He made me 135, but without Doja, there is no fucking way I can make 135. He put me on the right track. He gave me the best food. He gave me he's best in the game, hands down. He's best in the game. So
Hmm.
one guy was a hell too. Dropping 40 pounds, man, it was no joke. It's no joke.
I can't even. I can't imagine. You were talking about your some of your fights a second ago. I actually wrote down a list. I try and do this with a lot of guys, especially who had several fights in their career. I like to read off some of the notable names. It's not everyone you fought in your career, but maybe names that will stand out to people who are going to watch this. Um, Sean Shirk, Jorge Santiago, Nate Diaz, Nate Moore, Jeff Cox, Rob Emerson, Tiago Tavares, Leonard Garcia, Mike Brown, Jose Aldo, Tyson Griffin, Diego Nunez, Omigawa, Cole Miller, Dennis Seaver, Nick Lentz, Cody Gibson, Scott Jorgensen, John Dodson, Johnny Eduardo, and Matt Wyman. That is an impressive resume, man. You fought some all time greats. Are you there? I lost you, Manny. We'll give it a minute and see if he comes back. Okie dokie. Oh, we lost him, you guys. We'll give it just a second, see if he comes back. Let's try. We'll give it a couple minutes and see if he comes back. I hope you guys are enjoying the interview so far. Um, man, he's a cool dude. If you guys haven't watched season 5 of The Ultimate Fighter, he wasn't joking. It is the best collection of talent ever assembled on a season of The Ultimate Fighter. Jens Pulver, former lightweight champion, BJ Penn, former lightweight champion, two incredible coaches. Uh, I encourage you to go check out season 5. Hilarious stuff.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. Sometimes, sometimes somebody will get a phone call or a text and it'll kick
Oh,
them
nothing.
off.
Nothing.
Huh? Incredibly strange. Well, it kept recording and we're still going. Um,
Yep.
I don't know where during that list of fights. Pardon?
Jose Aldo.
Okay. Um, After Aldo, you have Tyson Griffin, Diego Nunez, Omigawa, Cole Miller, Dennis Seaver, Nick Lentz, Cody Gibson, Scott Jorgensen, John Dodson, Johnny Eduardo, and Matt Wyman. That's about as impressive a list of fights as I've ever seen. Congratulations on that career, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate that.
What of every fight you've had in your career, which one do you think would be the most satisfying win?
Mike Brown, 100%. It was on the Armenian genocide day, so I dedicated that fight for my people, my country.
That's awesome. Yeah, Brown was a beast too in the WEC. For people who don't know who Mike Brown is, um,
Mike Brown is a phenomenal fighter, phenomenal coach.
yeah, definitely. Uh, let's see here. Being For people who don't know who Carl Parisian is, that's your cousin, and I think probably the first time I remember hearing about judo being used in the octagon. How much has Caro helped or influenced your career?
We grew up together, me and Kari. We grew up together. He's my cousin. We trained together. We rolled together. We did judo together. We did grappling together. We fought together. So very talented, not disciplined. That was his only problem that he had. He was a very
Right.
talented guy, has zero discipline.
Okay. Tell us first of all how you met Rhonda and how you ended up being one of her coaches.
Ronda was coming to judo practice with us. You know, we had this name that don't go train with the highest in academy. They hurt people. They do this. They do that. And then Ronda was the first female came through and started training with us. And me looking at her attitude, and I said, you know what, this chick has attitude. She can train. She that. And then when he hurt her knee in a tournament, uh, I trained Ronda almost twice a week, private lessons for a couple of months.
Okay.
Uh, me and Ronda, we go way back. So I trained her for uh, a lot, a lot. Me and her have a long relationship together. Uh, I talked to her the other day. Actually, that was fun. I was supposed to go see her ranch. She said, "Get your kids, get your wife, and come. Let's hang out." So maybe sometime next week I'll go through.
That's awesome. I She hands down is my favorite female fighter of all time. I respect what she did so much. Um, who is your favorite fighter of all time?
Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock. Okay. Um, Dream fight. If there was someone you could have fought in your career that you never got an opportunity to fight, who might that be?
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that.
Who
Take a
is
wild,
it?
take a wild
Uh,
guess.
Gabe? Nate?
Last chance.
GSP?
No, Uriah
Who did you say?
Faber.
Uriah Faber. There we go. Uriah was
Uriah, Uriah is a legend. He's a character.
yeah,
Uh, he, he's the goat of the lightweights. John Jones is the goat of all time.
right.
The greatest. I
Mm-hmm.
don't give a fuck what anyone says. If they're listening to this, especially the new generation, whoever they come through, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
John is the real goat
Yeah.
of the MMA. But the lightweights, Uriah Faber was one of the icons. Like I always wanted to compete with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great matchup. He's a tough guy. He knows how to grapple. He knows how to wrestle. He knows how to strike. He knows how to fight. He's IQ. Everything I respect. A lot. I just never had a chance to fight with him.
He seems like the nicest guy you'll ever meet too.
Oh, he's a great human being.
All right. I want to ask you a few questions that aren't about fighting. If you don't mind, pick one or the other and tell me why. Lambo or Bentley?
Lambo all day. My favorite car,
Awesome. Which one?
Lamborghini.
Which model?
Ventador.
Nice. Okay. Pulled pork or brisket?
What's up?
Pulled pork or brisket?
Poor what?
It's barbecue. Pulled pork or brisket?
Neither one of them.
No, no barbecue. Okay.
Neither one.
Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
What are your thoughts on his upcoming fight against Jake Paul?
That's never gonna happen.
I don't think it'll ever happen either. Anderson Silva or GSP?
GSP.
Okay. Biggie or Tupac?
Haha, Tupac, all day, the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I agree, man. Okay, let's say it's your birthday and somebody has hired a band to play. Anybody you want. Who's on stage jamming out?
Is this a American band or Armenian band?
Can be anybody you want. It's your birthday.
Probably Michael Jackson.
Nice. Okay, for anyone who's watching this, who might be going through stuff in life, struggling, as I told you, the point of my interviews is to show real badasses have a vulnerable side and go through stuff just like the rest of us. If you have a message for anybody who's watching this that might be going through some stuff in life that they're struggling with, what would that message be?
Well, life is already hard. Don't make it any harder. Go day by day. Don't ever let drug influence you or get addicted. The only drug you should always be on is the gym. Go to the gym every single day or at least 5 times a week. It's good for your health, good for your mind, good for your body, good for your looks, good for everything. Forget about getting stronger, this and that. It's good for your health. Drugs are evils, and don't do drugs to try to look good. Some people do drugs just to act and look good. That's not
Hmm.
good for all. And stay positive in your life. Life is too tough right now. A lot of stuff goes on right now. Always
Hmm.
try to be positive with your, especially with your close ones.
Manny, who, if anyone from season 5, do you still stay in contact with?
Joe Lazan, Nate Diaz, uh, Brian Garrity, sometimes Gray Maynard.
Okay.
That's about it.
I interviewed Gray. He's one of the nicest dudes ever.
Rob Emerson also. Some
Okay. I would love to interview Rob. I was saying Gray is also one of the nicest people I've ever met. He was really cool.
very nice guy, super talented, strong, nice guy.
What what do you have going on in your life these days, Manny? That you're now that you're not a professional prize fighter.
Personal training. I do personal training. That's my job. Hopefully, God willing, open up my own gym, the Anvil Academy, sometimes beginning of next year or end of this year.
Okay. Um, for people that want to stay in touch with you, follow you, see what you have going on in life, what's the best way to keep up with you?
Instagram probably at Manny Gamburyan.
Okay. I don't have any more questions, Manny. Thank you so much for responding to the my first message I sent you. I don't have any way to show you how awesome this is for me and the channel, but I can look you in the eye and tell you that this is a huge honor, man. Thank you so much. You're someone that I've cared about for a very long time. So thank you for sharing your time.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you
All
for
right,
having me
Manny.
on Positive. God bless you all.
All right, you too. I'll as soon as I upload it, I'll send you a copy.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye bye.